What's up, everybody? It's the Common Sense Investor coming at you with another video. In this video, it's like we're always putting wildfires out, people. Oh my God, the shit we have to answer all the time. I get ready to go to bed today, and I find out right before I lay my head on the pillow, oh, Mr. Tuttle is connected to Citadel, and he's a hedgy plant. And then here comes the binging of the emails and shit. And then the Marine messaged me, and we talked for about an hour. Very good talk. We do that a lot. A lot of us that are interconnected with one another, you know. You get to know each other, you become friends. So, we talked about Tuttle, because let me tell y'all something, people. When I found out about Tuttle and the lawsuit, the very first person I contacted was Donahue George and said, Mr. George, we need to find out everything we can about Mr. Tuttle, and we need to do it fast. And I told him why, and he got on it, and the very first thing he came back and told me was, he's a big player. He's got money. He's like, is he a billionaire? He said, well, he probably was before he invested in AMC, but he's a millionaire now. But the point is this. When you're in a league like that man is in, then you got to expect him. He's got to rub shoulders with BlackRock, Vanguard, Susquehanna, Morgan Stanley, and so forth and so on, who pick the devil you don't like, and then you just connect and say, oh, look, they got to do, well, of course, they're in that arena. They're going to have to connect with one another. So, me and Mr. Donahue had figured that out in the very, very beginning when we started looking into Mr. Tuttle, okay? The next thing I see is when I wake up, APE is going to be worthless if there's no reverse stock split. So let's talk about that. Because people are wanting to know now, CSI, what's going to happen, do I think, if the judge says you cannot do a reverse stock split and you cannot do a conversion? Will APE be worthless? Because there's some bootlickers out there, and let's get something understood. When I say bootlickers, I'm not referring to those that voted yes. I'm referring to these ass-kissing YouTubers that are, so you know how we feel about them, but there's a lot of people that would have voted yes, that would have voted no had they all this come out. So we are in no way, or I am in no way, referring to people who voted yes. Even though we say yes voters, we're talking about the bootlicking yes voters, okay? The ones that convinced you to vote yes, okay? So anyway, so one of the bootlickers is telling people, actually it's two of the bootlickers, Mustache and Cowboy, I don't know what to fucking call them, Butch Cassidy and Sundance. They're telling people that if the reverse stock split is stopped by the judge, then APE will be worthless. So, let me ask you a question. What do you think? What do you think? Use common sense, people. They're going to point to market cap, and they're going to point to say that, look, that APE is not connected to anything, and he will be able to drop another billion, and it's going to go to fucking 3 cents. I wouldn't give a fuck. Number one, I'm not selling them. I don't give a fuck. I'm not selling. I'm in it to win it. And we said zero or hero from the beginning. So what's it going to be? Will APE be worthless? Absolutely not. What will give APE its value? Because you can go watch the financial bootlicker, and he's going to show you the paperwork and prove to you how there will be no value to APE, and it will go to zero. And he's full of shit. It's got value as long as I'm holding that motherfucker. And it's got value as long as you're holding that motherfucker. And it's got value as long as they need that motherfucker. Alright? So don't you be letting nobody try to convince you, because they damn sure can't convince me it's going to zero when I know that they've done naked shorted this motherfucker into the billions and paying interest out their ass. You're going to tell me they're not going to need these shares very soon? I think they will. So, will APE shares be worthless? Fuck no. In fact, the longer we postpone the reverse stock split, people, the squeeze is imminent. We're just waiting on the judge. If the judge rules that they can do the reverse stock split, it's over, in my view. If it continues to hold, because we got earnings on May 5th at 7:30 in the morning. So if we can hold off all the way to that, and then she can see the fact that we're not going fucking bankrupt due to our newest financials, and then she rules no reverse stock split, to the moon. Why? Because you still owe 140 million short legal right now. I don't want you reverse stock splitting this shit and having to only pay a tenth of that. So, there you go. There's your answer. Will APE shares be worthless? Hell no. They're more valuable right now in our hands without this reverse stock split. This is mo-ass money right here in my hand, people. Love y'all. Be blessed. And I'll see you in the next video.